episode, I'm going to share 13 ways to add value to your photography client experience that will help you attract clients who value what you offer and have them raving about you to all their friends. I'm La, and I'm a boudoir photographer and business and marketing mentor, helping creatives turn their passion into profits. On this channel, I share tips, tricks, and hacks to having a wildly successful and profitable photography business. Have you ever walked into a store to go shopping and they welcomed you by offering you a cold bottle of water or a hot steaming cup of coffee or even a glass of sparkling champagne? Go back to that moment. How did that make you feel? Thoughtful details really go a long way to create an amazing client experience and one that clients tell all their friends about. Speaking of thoughtful details, we were just in Shake Shack this past weekend picking up our cheat meal, and I noticed that they had added a whole bunch of board games for their customers to enjoy. I thought, wow, that's really cool. It really made me kind of fall in love with them more because here they are, a chain restaurant, but they're kind of doing something that really is thoughtful for their customers. So here are 13 ways you as a photographer can be thoughtful and add value to your client experience and take it to the next level. Number 1, respond quickly to inquiries. This is just good customer service. It shows your potential clients that you're a professional, you're prompt and reliable. Plus, due to technology, we live in a faster paced world than ever before, and if people have to wait too long for a response, they just move on. So this is something I've actually heard quite a bit from my personal photography clients, that I wasn't necessarily their first inquiry, but I was the first person to get back with them and communicate with them promptly. And they really appreciated that and knew that I was going to be taking care of business, and that's actually part of why they booked with me. Number 2, in-person consultations. I went over this in a previous video as it was the key that increased my booking rate to over 93%. I'll link that video above in the upper right as well as below. Upper right, I don't know which side's right, but anyways, it will be there. But taking time to sit down face to face with your potential clients allows them a chance to connect with you and for you to connect with them. This is taking your service to the highest level. You are showing them that you care about them, that you are invested in their vision, and that you offer a lot of value for the investment that you're asking for. It's a value for value exchange. This is where initial trust is built. This is where bonds are formed, and you create clients who come back year after year after year and who refer everyone they know to you. Number 3, client prep guides. A client prep guide is by far another one of my favorite resources. It not only helps make sure I never forget to cover something in a consultation, is kind of a guide for me, but I can also send it with my clients once they book so that they have something to reference while they're getting ready for their shoot. This helps them show up feeling confident and prepared for their shoot, and saves me hours of time answering emails and texts going over the same questions that we actually already covered in their consultation. A client prep guide is also a visual that I use during my consultation for my visual learners. There are 4 main learning styles, and if you've worked with me before, then you know how important these learning styles are to your business. Number 4 is communication and confirmations. Communication is absolutely key to building trust and having your business run smoothly. Your clients are hiring you as the professional and are trusting that you're going to guide them as the expert through the process. People get busy, things get forgotten, so making sure that you're communicating and confirming dates and times and details is imperative to creating a flawlessly smooth and enjoyable client experience. Plus, it just takes the stress off both you and your client. And your client feels like you have everything under control, you have everything taken care of, and you know your client is doing their part and has confirmed all the dates and times, so you aren't left with a no-show. Number 5, customization. This is where your creativity and passion can really flow. Customizing shoots to each client's vision and making it a reality is where you can set yourself apart in our industry. Yes, it takes more planning and more time, but this is where you can also charge higher prices. Number 6, thoughtful details. Kind of like we mentioned earlier, thoughtful details are another way to add value and wow your clients. Maybe your client is a maternity client. Offer to meet them for the consultation at her home so she doesn't have to get out. I offer to take my boudoir clients shopping for lingerie, as this is actually one of the things that they stress most about when prepping for their shoot. If you're not a boudoir photographer, that's okay. Maybe offer a styling guide for your clients, or even offer to come by their house and go through their closets and help them choose the best outfits for their shoot. There are many ways that you can be thoughtful. This is also where your client prep guide comes in handy. It's a thoughtful detail to send with them so that they can reference it while they're prepping for their shoot and really feel confident and prepared for their shoot. Other thoughtful details might be having a kid kit if you're a family photographer, and it has wet wipes and band-aids and maybe even some candy or small toys or prizes in it. So get creative and get thoughtful. Number 7, refreshments. Offer your potential clients a beverage upon arriving for their consultation. I always have bottled Fiji water and Pellegrino on hand for my consultation and shoots. For shoots longer than 4 hours, I always have some little bites to eat. You can also maybe have a basket of energy bars or bags of nuts, something like that's easy. This is also a great idea for family or children shoots. Having snacks and juice boxes on hand to avoid any hangry episodes. I need those for me. So just be sure to ask about food allergies ahead of time for kids. Number 8, in-person reveals. This is where, once again, you can eliminate stress for your client and create an easy and amazing experience. Your client is hiring you for your expertise, and they really rely on you to help them make decisions when they're unsure. They want to know what your opinion is as the professional, as the expert. So sitting down with them and going through their beautiful portraits, helping them make decisions, sharing stories of what other clients have done, to help them pick out their products, and perhaps even help them design the perfect wall art gallery for their home, is just another way to add more value for your clients. Number 9, under-promise and over-deliver. I'm sure you've heard this expression before, but it is one of the absolute best things that you can do as a business owner to build a trustworthy reputation and a very strong referral base that is constant. So under-promising means that you set the expectation within your original agreement with your clients, but then you over-deliver on those expectations. So a few ways that I do this in my business is with my shoot time. My base session includes about an hour and a half of shoot time, but I almost always go over and do 2 hours. This is a way I can add a little bit more value with just a little bit, like extra 30 minutes of my time. Another way is to have timelines that are, as I say, fluffed. This way it covers you in times when you're backed up with other client orders or something unexpected comes up. But when everything is on track and on time, you'll be able to deliver early so you can get their pictures done early or their products back early. So for example, I always tell my clients that the turnaround time for their hand retouched images and reveal session is 2 weeks. But if I contact them in a week or a week and a half to let them know they're ready, they're always super excited and love that it came early. So under promise and then over deliver. Number 10, client gifts. So perhaps my love language is gifts, and this is why this is one of my favorites, but a little unexpected client gift always goes a really long way. Remember last time you got a letter in the mail that you weren't expecting? How did that make you feel? So it doesn't have to be expensive. I love giving my clients a box of Ferrero Rocher chocolates at the end of their shoot, and they always love it. Other photographers I work with give beauty products, massage gift cards, etc. If you're a family photographer, one of the family photographers I work with actually will buy local sweets or like a dozen donuts for her families for after their shoot. So once again, you can get creative. Even a handwritten thank you note goes a really long way. Number 11, integrity with your word. This is huge. If you tell a client you will be somewhere at a certain time or you will have something done by a certain day, then you must have integrity with your word. This means do what you say you're going to do and be at a place when you say you're going to be there. And really, integrity starts with yourself. If you can't have integrity with yourself, then you're going to have a really hard time having it with your clients. This is where I find adding a little extra fluff time or extra time to deadlines is really important. This way, I'm not down to the wire in which my integrity is on the line. Number 12. We're gonna go like that. Understand your client's why. If you know their why, you can create an experience that feels customized just to them and creates a feeling of this photographer understands and gets me. This is one of the steps in my consultation process that I firmly believe is why I have over a 93% booking rate as well. I get in touch with why my clients are looking for a professional photographer and why these photographs are so important to them. After building rapport at the beginning of my consultations, I ask them, so tell me what made you want to do this shoot? And then I listen. If they're kind of shy or don't say much, then I just use the phrase, great, tell me more about that. When you can get a potential client to really connect with their why, you won't have to sell them anything. They will ultimately sell themselves. So get in touch with your client's why. Number 13, coach your clients. Get really good at coaching your clients throughout not just the shoot process, but the entire process of working with you. Whether it's a lifestyle shoot or a more pose shoot, almost everyone who doesn't model professionally tends to feel a little self-conscious in front of the camera, me being one of them. But getting verbal and giving visual direction or coaching on what to do or where to look or what to do with their hands really helps the client feel more comfortable, and they can trust in your expertise that you know what you're doing. That's why they hired you after all. So even outside the shoot, they're relying on you to take them through the process step by step. So make sure that you're coaching them and leading them every step of the way. This is from the initial inquiry to the consultation to prepping for their shoot to confirming that they have their outfits picked out to confirming shoot dates and times and locations and directions the day before, all the way to the reveal session and product delivery and sending them a thank you note at the end with an invitation to leave you a review. Great leadership will bring about great results and an amazing experience for both you and your clients. So let's recap those 13 ways to add value to your client experience. 1, respond quickly to your inquiries. Number 2, do in-person consultations. Number 3, have a client prep guide. Number 4, communicate and confirm. Number 5, customize every shoot. Number 6, add thoughtful details. Number 7, offer refreshments. Number 8, do in-person reveals. Number 9, overpromise, underdeliver. Number 10, give a client thank you gift. Number 11, have integrity with your word. Number 12, connect with your client's why. Number 13, coach your clients. Now you have some ideas on how to take your client experience to the next level and really stand out as a photographer. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and if you want more tips, tricks, and hacks to help you build a wildly profitable photography business, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications to get notified when new videos come out. So see you in the next video.
Holy but Jesus.